Water's up on low water bridge, water's up on low water bridge. It's running through the town, it's running through the town. The water's up on low water bridge, water's up on low water bridge. Get to higher ground, get to higher ground, Lord. Murder of Crows, it's my second album. The first one I was pretty green going in the studio. That was really my first time being in there and making a full album. And I learned a lot doing that. But I think this one I've grown a lot more as a songwriter. I've learned to be more honest, which isn't always easy.
Zach had more of a directive, he had more of an idea of what he wanted to do with each song, how they wanted it to flow together, and who he wanted on it.
We had a lot of good guys. They're all right. It was a couple guys from Waco, Josh Bernard, Nick Dennard. A good friend of mine I used to work with in the oil field, Josh De La Fuente. Kevin McKinney, Lloyd Maines, Lauren January sang all the backup vocals. Gene Elder played the fiddle. Pat, who also produced and engineered the album, played the drums.
Well, this is my second album with Zach, and he called me and said he had 10 songs, and he wanted to get 2 days, just me and Zach and Kevin McKinney. Kevin was going to play bass and some guitars, and I was going to play drums and produce and engineer. And he showed up with 2 guitar players and about 22 songs. And so we just kind of went with it.
I listened to the songs on this album. I guess I'm pretty proud of them. I feel like I've come a long way since my last album. Growing as a songwriter, a singer, and a musician in general. And they're a little different than the last album. It's some of them a little darker, some a little brighter. There's more of a country feel to this album, but there's also more of a kind of darker folk rock sound to it. And there's story songs. There's a murder ballad.
You go from Arizona Cowboy, which is a love story between his mom and dad, true story, to Vagrant's Lament. Like, I hope he doesn't know somebody like that. And where did that come from?
Seen his way, seen the blood spill in his name, in his name. I'm singing, Lord, Lord, take my hand. The devil's in the church, there's wicked on the land, and I can't turn my back. Irons in the fire, wolves getting fat.
So on Vagrant's Lament, we just got real outside of the box, and we used Kevin. I remember Kevin asked me what all I had on the board of mine, and I said, I don't know, but you can check it out. And he went over there and just turned a bunch of knobs up all the way. And Zach Aaron had a pipe wrench in the back of his truck, and we just decided that that was more fitting percussively than anything else could be.
The whole rhythm track is different elements of Zach's life, I guess. Like he had a pipe wrench, banging on a suitcase, stomping on the floor. That was sort of our drum track on that. Buck Allen came and played some accordion. We used just the, without playing any keys, he just opened and closed the bellows to get this sort of human, not human breathing sound as part of it too.
I think people and his fans and people who aren't fans of his will become fans. They're gonna be shocked that they haven't heard of him yet, because the record to me sounds like somebody's 4th or 5th record, and it's only his 2nd one. And his first one was the same way. I thought it was equally as good. And there's some really veteran players on it, like Lloyd Maines, who did a really good job. And then he's got some young players on it too, so it's a good variety.
There was a lot of things that the other guys on the album did that I wouldn't have thought of, obviously, but it all came together. Pat's really great about keeping it creative and kind of keeping it going in the right direction, And I was real happy with it. It's kind of a pretty cool thing. You take your songs out there and it's just you and a guitar, and then you bring in all these other musicians and get all this other input, and you just build it into something totally different than what it was originally, a whole different feel to it. And it's just I don't know, it's a whole nother animal. I'm really happy with it.
Shadows of tomorrow. Cause there's always a woman with every wild man. Shadows of